know the holidays are hectic. I'm going to help you with breakfast on the holidays. So I'm going to show you how I make my slow cooker. I'm going to do my slow cooker breakfast. And I put it on a Christmas Eve or any family function so that it's all ready to go in the morning. We just wake up and eat breakfast. You can make toast extra if you want, but it is seriously so filling and so delicious. So I have a dozen eggs, 1 kilogram of hash browns. I usually use diced, but my husband picked up shredded. So this time we're having shredded, half a cup of milk. And then I have a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, 1/4 teaspoon of red crushed chili pepper flakes, a tablespoon of garlic granules, and a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of Frank's Red Hot Sauce, but you don't have to use it. You could omit that if you want. I just like to add a little bit of a zing to it. I have 1 package of sausages. I usually like to use the maple. My husband bought the original. I'm gonna use 2.5 cups of shredded aged cheddar, 1 pepper. You can use any color you want, 1 onion. Normally I will add mushrooms, but I'm gonna keep this simple for the holidays for you guys because lots of kids don't like mushrooms. Sometimes I add parsley as well, but I'm keeping the green out for you. Hence the orange pepper, not a green pepper. Let's get rolling. So I started a little bit of the prep ahead of time so that you guys didn't have to watch me seed a pepper and clean up an onion. So I am gonna use my cutter. I love this thing. I just bought it. I've never really liked them. It just takes seconds. I got it off Amazon. I don't work for them. It just takes seconds, and it's done. Look at that. That's awesome. Next one. It comes with different sizes. I'm also going to do my cheese on it afterwards. That onion one's a bit big. That's why I had to do it twice. I cut these because they don't really fit in proper, and it saves me from slicing them. You can totally dice them. You do not need this tool. I just find when you're cooking all day in the kitchen, it sure saves time. That's for sure. I do like the smaller dice, but because this is going to be in the slow cooker for like 8 hours, if I go the smaller dice, we might lose it. So a little shake up because we're getting full in there. There. Last one. That might be too big, but we'll give her a go. And she worked. Awesome. So that is my veg done. That took seconds. How handy, right? And then I'm going to grate my cheese. I took out the grater, but I need to get my peppers and onions out of here first. I'm going to skin my sausages. 2 reasons. I don't like the skin. But another thing, when it's in the slow cooker and I slice them really small, they could end up getting bites of the skin. So I just take it off. You do not have to take it off. Total personal preference. Only takes a second. I use scissors to cut these up. Then I'm going to saute them in my hex-clad pan until they're cooked. And then I'll add my veggies in there, and then we'll put it all together in the slow cooker. So you know when you buy your veg, you get these containers? Well, I always save a couple so that I can use it for my garbage so that I'm not walking back and forth to the garbage or having it all over my counter. It could go on here, but I use this for my peppers and my onions. Just another little kitchen tip from Rhonda. And then I just take off the skin, and then I'm going to take some scissors. Let me put this over here. And I'm just going to go like that. Just little bits. Don't have to be perfect. Don't have to be the same. Just chop her up. I'm going to use the whole package. You can use any sausage you want. If you like spice, use some chorizo, but make sure you drain it well because chorizo is pretty greasy. Same with hot Italian sausage. Just make sure you drain them well. Get the scissors going. You can use a knife. You could just break it apart if you want with your hands. You could take it into balls, whatever you prefer. This casserole is so popular in our family. Even when we have kids from out of town coming to stay with us, they request this for breakfast. So, you know it's a winner. And it's just so easy. Make it the night before. You could even prep your vegetables and your sausage the day or 2 before even. Like saute them, your veg. There we have it. 1 whole package done. We're just gonna brown them for a few minutes. And then once they're browned, we'll get them out, drain some of the fat, the grease, and then get the vegetables in there. So these are done. Oops, I lost one. I'm gonna get them into my little mixing bowl here. You don't wanna start the day off with a greasy casserole. You're doing a big day, big dinner, or whatever you're doing. So we'll get the rest of them in there and then get our vegetables in the pan. There. All of our sausage is in there. We're gonna get our vegetables into the pan. In the pan is about 1 tablespoon of that leftover fat. We'll saute this, but in the meantime, let's get our eggs ready. Let's get cracking. Using a dozen eggs. I'm gonna add the milk to the eggs. And then once we get it all together, we'll pour them over top of the casserole once it's all layered and ready to go. Want to whisk these up really good so they're mixed, so you get like the scrambled egg kind of look and texture through it, rather than a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white. But it doesn't matter. You can even dump whole eggs on the top if you wish. There. We're getting there. So they have been sauteing for a couple minutes now while we did our eggs. We're gonna get our seasonings in there now. All of them. The granulated garlic, the onion powder, red crushed chili pepper flakes, which you could admit if you prefer, fresh ground pepper, and fresh ground Himalayan pink salt. Then I'm gonna add the sausage back into here and let it cook for a minute, and then we will be good to go to put her together once we shred our cheese. Put the sausage back in there. Oh, if you could only smell in here, you guys. You notice the HexClad never sticks. Nothing ever sticks to it. I absolutely love these, and they just wipe out to clean. They go from stovetop to oven. They're just amazing. I don't work for them. Just saying. I like to share my favorite tools that I like with you guys. There, let's go shred some cheese. The eggs are done. I added the milk in. That's half a cup of milk. You can use cream if you want it really rich, but I prefer this. I'm aiming for about 2-3 cups of cheese. You can shred it as thick as you want too. I could have shredded this thicker. There we have it. We got 3 cups of cheese about. There, we're ready to roll. We have our mixture, our Frank's Red Hot Sauce, which is gonna go in there. And then we have our 3 cups of old cheddar cheese, our hash browns, our eggs, and milk. So let's get mixing. And that can be omitted, remember, if you don't want a little kick to it. It doesn't add much of a kick because there isn't much there, considering all the food that's going into it. Just adds a bit more flavor, I guess. So we're gonna start with a layer of hash browns. Layer of hash browns. And then a layer of the meat mixture, veg mixture. Get that all over. Yum. Looking forward to breakfast. Then we're gonna go with a layer of cheese. Right back to the hash browns again. Another layer of the meat. Divide the hash browns into two layers. Top it with the rest of the cheese, and more cheese if you like, some herbs. And now the final one. Pour your eggs over the top. put the lid on and turn her on. Now remember, you guys, you can prepare everything earlier. And then just before you go to bed, put it all together and turn it on. I'm now going to turn the slow cooker on to 8 hours on low. And we will see you in the morning.
8 hours later.
Well, guys, good morning. Let's have a look. It smells really good. I had a great sleep knowing that breakfast was going to be done. Look at that. Now at this point, if you want it brown on top, you can throw it under the broiler. But look at that. Let's plate it up. And that's what she looks like after 5 minutes under the broiler at 500. There we have it, all plated up. It smells amazing. So simple, so easy, so delicious. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell and let me know if there's anything else that you would like me to cook for you. Thanks for watching.